Okay, here's a problem here, guys. My camera's crappy. When it gets like over a certain time, it'll start like getting all colory. It might even get colored before that. So I need to split this into like parts. So, and it says on the thing what you're doing. So graphing, this is all about quadratic equations, okay? It's all about second powers, parabolas, and that's a big idea. Okay, so graphing. You know it's a second power and you got a positive in front, so it's going to look kind of like that. And the most important thing we have to do is find our vertex. Okay? I don't have a parentheses, so it's in standard form. So you need some way to come up with the middle, like some sort of formula. And we have it with the opposite of B divided by the product of 2 and A. So the opposite of B is 6. 2 times 3 is 6, and that gives me 1. So that's going to be 2 and 0. Okay, so if we plug 2 in, you're going to get 3 and then 2 to the second. I insert those in for x, because that's what y equals, is the whole expression. And then plus 9, okay, gives me 9. So if that's 9, and then I repeat the same process with the 1, and that's going to be 6. And then don't waste time graphing it. Okay, another second power. This time we have a negative as a leading coefficient, so it's going to look like that. Okay, when I have one parentheses all raised to the second power, it's called vertex form, because that parentheses gives me my vertex. So x plus 3 equals 0. So I minus 3. So I get negative 3. Then we go 1 up and 1 down. Plug those in. I'm going to show you how to do 1 and then so forth. So negative 2 plus 3 to raise it to the second plus 2. That gives me negative 1. Okay? And that'll be negative 1. Okay? Now I put negative 3 in, so negative 3. By the way, it's called vertex because a vertex is easy to find. If you put a negative 3 in for x, that's going to, plus 3 is 0. The product of 0 and negative 3 is 0. 0 raised to the second power is still 0, and I just end up with this guy here, the 2. Okay? And then don't waste time graphing that. Okay, now the next problem, it's a parabola because we got a pair of x's, a positive as my lead, so it should end up looking like that on the graph, even though I don't plan on graphing it. You do have to on the test. Now, when I got the 2 parentheses with separate x's, it's known as factored form. Okay, so in factored form, I use these two. So x minus 4 equals 0, and x plus 6 equals 0. Use each parentheses. So x is 4 and negative 6. So those are my side points. So 4, negative 6. And what those actually will give you is the zeros of the equation, because these are going to be 0. You plug them in, but I guarantee you're going to be 0. First off, 4 minus 4 is 0. So if one of the factors is 0, it's got to be 0. Same with the negative 6. That'll be 0. Okay, now to find the vertex, we have to find the average. So I add 4 to negative 6, it's negative 2, and then divide by 2 is negative 1. Okay? Okay, you plug 4 in, you're going to get 0, and that's going to be 0. It always is. Okay, so 3, and then negative 1 minus 4, and then negative 1 plus 6. Okay? Negative 75. Okay, as I said, my camera's like really terrible. So what I'm going to do is shut this off and just click on the second video on Classroom.